Rahim. My dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully you are getting well. Today is the second part of section 1, chapter 2, which is poultry rearing and management. Today I'll try to discuss the characteristics of some poultry breed in our country, which is chicken breed. Before that, discuss about the classification of poultry, because you have to know the exact classification of poultry in our country. There will be two classifications, which is one is according to origin, the other one is according to the purpose. That means the where the poultry come from, that is why the origin is classified. Second one is what you need for the poultry, that is the second classification of poultry bird. First one is according to the origin. This one is we can classify about three types, which is egg producing breed, which example is Leghorn, Minorca. Second one is meat producing breed, which is Plymouth Rock and etc. And the last one is dual purpose, which is the farmer can rear this poultry bird due to for fulfill the egg and meat demand as well, which is Rhode Island Red. Short form is RIR. So this is the classification of according to the purposes. So egg producing, meat producing and dual producing. Some bird can be reared for both purposes, which is Rhode Island Red. Some farmer, this one is reared for egg producing as well as meat producing. The next one is according to origin, which is American class, Mediterranean class, English class and Asian class. We can classify these four class for according to the origin. Example of American class is Rhode Island Red. Example of Mediterranean class is Leghorn. Example of English class is Australar. Example of Asian class is Asil. Now move to the individual classification of this breed. First one is Rhode Island Red. We can write RIR. Next one is White Leghorn. Sometimes this one is called as a Leghorn. Next one is Plymouth Rock, then Australar, then Asil. We have to memorize these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chicken breed, because this one is most important for your exam. When they ask for the description or characteristics of a poultry bird, then you have to explain the origin first, then the individual characteristics. For example, Rhode Island Red. This is called as well RIR. What is the origin of Rhode Island Red? The origin of Rhode Island Red is America. The Rhode Island Red named place of America. That is why this name is Rhode Island Red. Then come to the characteristics. The characteristic is feather color, then egg, then yellow color, eggshell color, shank is featherless or not, crown is pink, is color is small or big. You have to explain like that. For example, Rhode Island, this feather color is reddish in color, then eggshell color is brownish in color, a small size, and even how many eggs they can lay, about 150 to 200. Then yellow color is pinkish in color, eggshell color is brownish, shank featherless, that means there is no shank there is no feather on that shank, and crown is pinkish color. So you have to memorize all the characteristics of individual poultry bird. Next, move on to White Leghorn. This Leghorn is come from Leghorn name place of Italy. Plymouth Rock. This one is come from Plymouth place of America. Australorp, this is from Australia, and Asil, this is from Asian breed. That means this is come from Indian and subcontinent of our this Asian. So this is the origin, and then you have to memorize the feather color, egg, how many egg they can lay, how what is the yellow color, what is the eggshell color, what is the shank color, and what is the crown color or size. This one is very important, Rhode Island Red and Asil. Why this one is most important? Because have a look here in the classification. Rhode Island Red is the dual purpose of chicken breed. That is why this one is very important. The other one is, this one is very important, Asil. Why this one is important? Because this is Asian and subcontinent. Have a look in here, this is Asian, and this one is very big in size of their neck. Neck is very big in size, and this one is especially for fighting purpose. In our country, some people wear this one for fighting purpose. They are very hard and industrious. That is why this one can rare as a fighting purpose. In our country, you can observe some place where is the fair or village fair. In that place, some people bring their chicken bird, which is Asil breed, and fight each other, and then they can enjoy it as well. This one can produce egg as well, about 200 per annum, and this meat is very tasty. Other one is, this one is another one is very important, white leghorn. This one come from leghorn named place in Italy, and they lay egg more than the other egg, about 300 per annum. This one we can say egg purpose egg, egg purpose, egg producing classification egg, and this white leghorn whitish in color. Now, in your MCQ and CQ questions, sometimes they provide you the picture in the CQ question, then they ask you what type of chicken breed this one, then you have to explain the characteristic. For instance, the identification, that means the name of that chicken breed and characteristics. Or in the CQ, sometimes they do not provide the picture, but they explain you, like the Mr. Rohim rear one chicken breed which produce more egg per year. So you understand that what is the egg, what is the poultry bird that is white leghorn, because I told you before, this egg lay maximum or most egg per annum, which is 300, but other chicken not lay 300 egg per annum, less than 300. That is why that answer of that question is white leghorn. Even if they ask you in the CQ question, Mr. Rohim rear one type of chicken which is very industrious and special character is fighting purpose in the village fair. So you understand that the example, that answer of that question is Asil. Or this classification is might 2 marks question, which is explain the classification of this poultry bird. Or then you have to write down the according to the origin, which is American class, Mediterranean class, English class, and Asian class, and then according to the purposes, which is egg, meat, and dual. Sometime in the MCQ they ask you which poultry bird lay more egg in the year, that is white leghorn, and then which one is Asian breed of poultry bird, which is Asil. This is the CQ type questions. Even sometimes they provide in the CQ question as well, which is yeah, which one is the Asian breed of class, which is Asil. So this is the CQ and MCQ question. So again, I repeat this second part of class section 1 part 2, which is classification of poultry bird, which is very important. Then characteristics of each and individual poultry bird, which is Rhode Island Red, White Leghorn, Plymouth Rock, Australorp and Asil. This is very important for your exam as well. But make sure CQ question and MCQ question, especially in CQ question, they do not provide you the direct name, like explain the or describe the white leghorn poultry bird characteristics. So remember that one, you have to understand or you have to memorize each and every point. Or sometimes they might ask you like that question, explain one American breed of poultry bird, which is Rhode Island Red or RIR. So this is the class today. So I hope everybody have to memorize this whole section, because you have to memorize this one very carefully. Otherwise, if you wrong, then you will not getting the proper marks in the exam. Thank you very much.